Good afternoon, Mr. Belfort. My name is Mary Clemens. I'm going to be your clinician today and probably throughout the next couple of sessions, see how things go. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good.
Good deal. Okay, so as this is your very first session, I'm just going to go over the parameters of what we're going to be doing today. We're basically just going to be getting to know you. So we're going to be asking you a bunch of different questions about your life, your past, different things that you feel right now, and kind of go from there. This is probably going to be about an hour long, okay? I just want you to know that this is a complete secure environment. There's confidentiality procedures in place. Everything that you say is kept confidential. I'm not going to, betray your trust or anything like that. And that's so that you can completely feel safe to share all your emotions and things that you may not share with others in your life. And I also want to thank you for being here today. I know that this was not something you wanted to do, kind of non-voluntary coming in here, but I want to thank you for that. I think that's a good step, even though you are doing it, to maybe win your wife back and see if she can, come back to you and stuff like that. So I guess we'll go ahead and get started if you don't have any questions.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So I was thinking about just starting with, how you were raised in your family. Does that sound like a good place to start for you?
Sure.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about your parents.
Just like any parents, I guess.
Were they rich like you are, or did they?
No.
How did that make you feel?
Yeah, like they didn't try hard enough.
Okay. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of buzzing going on in the news about you right now. I'm sure you already know that they're calling you the Wolf of Wall Street. How does it make you feel?
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you feel, betrayed by the media, or do you feel like maybe they're questioning your business tactics?
No, maybe at first, but anybody that's successful, they're going to question it. And, it's just a part of it.
So how did you make your success? What brought you to where you are now? Did you have help from other people?
I had influences here and there, but it's just a matter of trying harder than anybody else.
You pride yourself on pretty much doing it on your own then.
That's right.
It's really unique. There's not a lot of people out there that can go from...
That's why there's not a lot of me's.
Well, that is definitely true. You for sure are a unique person. Okay, tell me a little bit about your lifestyle, about your living situations, and stuff like that. Do you feel stable?
Yeah, for the most part. Got a lot of money.
Right. What kind of things do you like to spend your money on?
Hookers, drugs, parties. Things a lot of people would spend their money on if they could.
Okay. Do you ever feel guilty for going on grand expenditures, spending lots of money?
No, can't say that I do.
Are you always enjoying it, or do
Absolutely.
There's never a moment where you feel like maybe it's dull or you're getting tired of something?
Not that I can remember, no.
Not that you can remember? Do you have trouble remembering things?
Not often, maybe occasionally.
What do you think might cause you to forget?
Oh, the drugs, for sure.
Oh, okay. So what kind of drugs do you use?
Oh, plenty.
Well, tell me a little bit about them.
What do you want to know?
Well, what are you taking for first?
Coke, pot, alcohol, Quaaludes. Open to anything.
Would you say that you're dependent on them?
Could be. Never tried to stop them.
Okay, so how often would you say that you use drugs?
All the fucking time.
Even at work?
Oh, for sure. You try selling bullshit to gullible people. It's not enjoyable. You know what you're doing to them, and whatever can make you feel better.
Okay, all right. Have you ever had any dangerous encounters while using drugs?
Oh, sure.
Tell me about one of those times.
I had some very strong Quaaludes once. Pretty much blacked me out. Wasn't expecting it, so I was in a bad situation.
How did you feel after that the next morning?
Oh, it when you don't remember doing something, it's can stir up anybody, huh?
Has that ever led you to maybe think stopping using Quaaludes or any form of substance?
Nah, just an isolated incident.
Okay, all right. And how often would you say you use drugs a day?
Oh, 17 to 20.
Really?
Yeah, sure.
It's quite a feat.
Mm-hmm.
And you function just fine?
I do. I don't know how to function without them.
And that doesn't scare you?
Not right now. I'm young.
Okay. What kind of things are you interested in aside from your business and running it? What kind of things do you spend your spare time doing? I know you have a wife and 2 children. Would you say you spend the majority of your time with them or doing other things?
I guess I could always spend a little more time with them. And I live like a rich person, you know? Rich person live like rich persons live.
Give me some examples of some things you do.
You know, take helicopter lessons, go out on my yacht. I just live the life, you know?
Now, this may be a sensitive subject, but rumor has it that there's some FBI agents that are investigating you. Does that make you uncomfortable, or how are you feeling about that?
No. Anytime anybody's successful, somebody tries to come and shut the whole damn thing down.
Okay.
That's how it works. Look at Zuckerberg with Facebook. They put a whole fucking movie about how they wanted to discredit him with everything just for being successful. Was there some sketchy stuff in between? Maybe. But it's just what they do to people like us.
Okay. So do you feel like attacked because you're in the spotlight? Is that what you're saying?
No, I fully get it. Whenever someone's successful, they gotta go snooping around.
Okay. I guess, how does that make you feel? Make you feel like you
Like
made
a part
it?
of everybody else, yeah, for sure.
Okay. I can understand that. I mean, definitely being in the spotlight is going to come with some retribution. Is it hard, always having to be in the spotlight?
No, it's better than not being in the spotlight, being a failure.
What do you consider being a failure?
Failing at whatever you're trying to do. For me, it's trying to sell stock, you know. I'm doing it better than they want you to, and when you do that, they come snooping around.
Would you say that you partake in reckless behavior? I mean, you say you use substances and different drugs, and that does concern me. You are young, but we're human. Things can mess with us, so that definitely does make me a little nervous. Would you consider yourself to be reckless in nature?
Sure. It's just me, though.
You don't. So you understand and you accept that you're reckless, but you don't think that that's something you should modify?
Maybe sometime down the road, but not now. I'm doing all right. I'm still successful. What's the harm?
Okay. Now, we have down on file that you were previously married. How did that relationship end?
Slept around on her. Slept around on her a lot. It's just the one time she found out. That's what ended there.
And are you having any of those difficulties with your current wife? I know you're separated right now.
Yeah, I guess. But she's more understanding.
Tell me a little bit about your sexual history.
You want to know?
I guess just the basics, frequency, safety, emotional attachment, anything like that.
Most of it's no emotion. Of course, the ones I decided to marry, a little bit more, but a lot of it's strictly business transactions. Hookers, I already mentioned. No big deal.
Do you ever worry that might impact your relationship with your wife?
I think it makes it better.
Why?
Keeps it fresh.
Do you think she feels that way?
I don't know.
Have you ever asked her?
I don't suppose I have.
You never know, you might be surprised.
Hmm.
Maybe that's something you should ask her.
Maybe.
Do you value the way your actions make other people feel? Is that something that you think of?
No, I guess I hadn't really thought of it.
Okay. Have you experienced any trauma? Maybe in your childhood, did you ever have any incidences that might have been particularly damaging to you? Or would you say that you've maybe, I don't know, had a pretty normal life up until your success?
Say I've had a pretty normal life.
Okay, it's good to know. Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say your greatest fear is? Or do you have any fears? You seem like you're pretty invincible.
Yeah. Being poor would suck, but
Why do you think that would suck?
because you're not powerful when you're poor.
Is power something that you value?
Absolutely.
What do you think you would do if you were to ever be poor?
I don't know. Find a way not to be.
Find a way not to be, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, it definitely sounds like you have an incredibly interesting life.
Yes.
There's some things that worry me. We can cover those going forward. Is there anything that we've talked about that makes you feel uncomfortable?
No. You're just doing your job.
Is there anything that you would like to explore further, maybe in future therapy sessions? Maybe we can make some goals and work on some different things.
If you want.
If I want, okay. Maybe I can get you a little bit more interested. I definitely want to explore your substance use. I think maybe that's something that we should evaluate. It doesn't really seem like you've taken a step back and thought about your usage before. Do you think that's something you would like to maybe look at?
We can give it a shot.
What do you anticipate that outcome being? Do you think that you would ever stop using?
I don't know. We'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens.
All right. Okay. Well, again, thank you so much for meeting with me today. I really appreciate it. You're definitely a different kind of person to meet with. You're definitely full of talent and interesting stories that I'm sure we'll learn more about in our future therapy sessions. Let's go ahead, and if it's all right with you, I like to meet twice a week going forward, work on some different things, get to know you a little bit better, and maybe an hour each. We can just play along as it goes. How's that sound to you?
All right.
Okay, you'd be more than happy to come. I don't want to pressure you. I know your wife pressured you to come today, but you up for it?
Yeah, sure.
All right, well, let's start this journey. It's great to meet you. You have a great day.
Thanks.